them white folk, Boosie, you done got too much. You done let these niggas play you too this internet book dumb and it. Say what Lil Tootie gonna do now? What Lil Tootie say? Listen, Vlad TV. Vlad post everybody going to jail but Boosie. Somebody tag Vlad TV.
Boozie has been battling personal and legal struggles for years, but now it seems the walls are finally closing in. Federal authorities are putting intense pressure on him, and his latest federal gun case has completely turned his world upside down. Rumors surfaced that he could be facing a 10-year prison sentence. And just as the news went public, who swooped in from the sidelines? None other than Charleston White, hip-hop's most notorious online provocateur. The moment Boozie's case hit the headlines, Charleston was already online celebrating like it was a major holiday.
Boosie going to jail! Oh, God.
A lot of things this case has stopped me from doing, traveling all across the world, making. So I just want to get it over with and, accept my guilty plea. I'm ready to get over with.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Just say a prayer for them. I just need prayer. I don't need nothing else.
Well, Charleston White was celebrating you taking the plea deal. I think he even said he hopes you die in jail and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard.
The biggest thing right now was that you actually accepted a plea deal for your federal gun case.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been fighting this thing from the very, very beginning?
I've been fighting for probably 3 years, probably.
3 years.
He grinned, joked around, and even boasted that he had been anticipating this moment for a long time. Charleston didn't hold back, admitting bluntly that he never worried about whether Boozie would make it out of the legal system. Harsh. Absolutely. But that's Charleston. He thrives on chaos, and this felt like his ultimate victory. The twist, though, is that earlier in the year, Boozie had told his followers he was worn out from battling the courts and ready to accept a plea deal.
Or the feds picked it up.
Now, it was a state case. The feds came, picked it up. They had a ruling in the Supreme Court that went in my favor, and the case got dropped by the judge. The case got dropped.
He grinned, joked around, and even boasted that he had been anticipating this moment for a long time. Charleston didn't hold back, admitting bluntly that he never worried about whether Boozie would make it out of the legal system. Harsh. Absolutely. But that's Charleston. He thrives on chaos, and this felt like his ultimate victory. The twist, though, is that earlier in the year, Boozie had told his followers he was worn out from battling the courts and ready to accept a plea deal.
He brought you up because you were attacking Kanye because of the...
Nah, this Kanye West shit just happened. Nigga been coming at me. He been coming at me. It's just, I can't respond to those people, bro. Like, that's a danger to what I got going on. You can't take no risk of losing this shit behind,
He said he was trusting in God, but it was clear the case was taking a heavy toll on him. Keep in mind, the same gun charge had already been dismissed back in 2023. At that time, everyone assumed Boozie was finally free to focus on his music, family, and keeping out of trouble. Yet by 2024, the feds came back, revived the charge, and re-indicted him. The pressure proved too much, and Boozie conceded, announcing he was done wasting energy in court. On X, he shared that he believed God doesn't make mistakes and that he was ready to accept whatever came next. It wasn't just another post. You could feel the weight and fatigue in every word.
I ain't really got no opinion on him, because, my opinion can send me to prison. So I ain't really, I ain't really got no opinion on him, once you go to threaten people's kids, talking about you gotta lie. So, I ain't the one gonna do all that. I ain't gonna do all that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, hey, certain people you can't really express opinions on, and he one of those. You can't express how you feel because you might end up in prison. And I ain't getting tricked off shit.
Fans who have supported Boozie since his Baton Rouge days know he's always walked a risky path: court battles, street conflicts, and even health scares. He's dodged countless challenges, both legal and personal. But this time, it hit differently. A potential 10-year sentence is no minor setback, and it struck him hard. The Boozie we saw online wasn't the same fiery, combative figure responding to trolls. He sounded drained, nearly defeated, as if all his energy had been sapped. While fans flooded his social media with messages of support and prayers, Charleston White was online celebrating, popping champagne like it was a victory party. He went live grinning from ear to ear, boasting that he had predicted this outcome years ago and couldn't wait to revel in Boozie's downfall. To make matters worse, Charleston even declared he hoped Boozie never made it home. Extreme, even for Charleston, but it's that audacity that keeps him in the spotlight.
I'm not a street kid. I'm not a criminal. I'm a kid who was raised to tell the truth. When my mama come in and say, son, what happened? Mama, I didn't do that. I got a paid for a lawyer. I got 2 lawyers, Carl Mallory and Louis Stearns. Louis Stearns became Judge Stearns, Judge Louis Stearns. But nigga, I had 2 paid for lawyers. My mama is a well-to-do mama. I'm just playing, I ain't playing. I'm an adolescent going through an adolescent stage of rebelliousness. I ain't no street. Hell yeah, I'm gonna tell on you. I've been telling since I was a little bitty boy.
The wild part is that Charleston's feud with Boozie didn't just appear overnight. It's been simmering for years, with Charleston seemingly lurking, waiting for Boozie to make a mistake. The tension actually traces back to late 2022, when Kanye West shook the culture with that notorious White Lives Matter shirt. Boozie was among the first to speak out, criticizing it as disrespectful to black people, and many agreed with him. But Charleston flipped the narrative, going online to attack Boozie for even commenting on Kanye. From that moment, the feud escalated. Charleston didn't stop at calling out Boozie. He went further, pulling Boozie's son Tootie Raw and even T's son King Harris into the drama. He insulted their looks, claimed they couldn't fight, and even predicted they'd end up behind bars. That's when it became clear, Charleston isn't just a loud online provocateur, he's willing to target family to land harder blows.
I'm gonna put your in jail, nigga. I'm waiting for the FBI to send me the right collar number, cause I'm finna make a report on your mother to them people. And you make the man call your name specifically. The promoter specifically says your mother ain't Lil Boosie. He implemented you and implicated you. Finna go to jail, back to jail. You gonna be on your knees, but them knees gonna be bleeding again.
The streets were in shock, and everyone expected Boozie to lash out like he usually does. But, surprisingly, he stayed composed. Rather than losing his cool online, Boozie chose a smarter approach. In an interview with Tony the Closer, he explained that saying too much could land him in serious legal trouble, especially with children being pulled into the conflict.
I feel, I trust in God, man. This is crazy.
Boozie stayed calm, making it clear he wasn't going to fall into Charleston's trap or say something reckless. This revealed a new side of him, not scared, just careful. He understood Charleston wanted a reaction, but he refused to give it. Even so, the tension was palpable for anyone watching. By early 2023, the situation escalated further. Charleston was already mocking T heavy over his so-called paperwork party. And that's when Boozie's son, Tootie, had enough. He fired back, calling Charleston outdated and messy, even telling him to go die.
You pulled the hammer back on the gun.
True to form, Charleston didn't just brush off the insult. Instead, he escalated things dramatically. He went live, saying things like, "I hope your dad died from that diabetes. Hope they forget his insulin 1 month." Who even says that? It went far beyond trolling. It was pure malice directed at Boozie through his own child. To make matters worse, later that same month, Tootie was actually arrested on a gun charge. The moment that news broke, Charleston was online claiming credit, boasting about alerting the police, sending evidence, and tipping off the Department of Public Safety.
Boosie going to jail! Oh, God! Oh, God is good. I keep telling y'all, street ain't got no God. God do not look after street. Boosie really thought he wasn't going to jail with that pistol. I knew he was going. He going to jail. All that newborn baby. Boosie won't get to see that newborn baby till that baby be walking and talking. Boosie going to jail!
He went even further, claiming Boozie was a 6-time killer who used kids to do his dirty work. Wild allegations with zero evidence. But Charleston said it loud enough that people started believing it. That's when their feud officially moved from online insults to real-world consequences. Charleston wasn't just talking, he was actively trying to destroy Boozie and affect his kids as well. And just when it seemed things couldn't get worse, 2023 delivered another blow. Less than 3 months after dragging Boozie's son, Boozie himself was arrested in San Diego immediately following a court appearance. He's ready to celebrate loudly, maybe even pop bottles, basically making a show of Boozie's downfall. And it wouldn't be surprising if Charleston keeps pushing even harder. He feeds off other people's misfortune. The more reactions he gets, the more fuel he has, and the cycle just keeps spinning. Meanwhile, Boozie leans on his faith, but his posts reveal exhaustion. These aren't the confident, cocky messages fans are used to. They are the words of someone bracing for the worst. With Charleston trolling him, the feds on his back, and social media split between ridicule and prayers, finding peace seems impossible. This isn't just about potential prison time, it's a test of legacy, whether Boozie can bounce back or if Charleston's narrative will dominate his career. Right now, this is one of hip-hop's most intense feuds, not rooted in music, street corners, or money, but in public humiliation. Charleston White has made it his mission to shame Boozie at every turn. With a possible decade behind bars looming, Charleston's celebration may feel justified, but it could backfire. History shows that incarceration has often been a reset button for artists. If Boozie returns stronger and sharper, Charleston's gloating might not age well. For now, it's a waiting game. Boozie's plea deal is on the table, the streets are buzzing, and Charleston circles like a vulture, ready to capitalize on whatever's left of Boozie's reputation. This story isn't just another headline, it exposes loyalty, fake friends, and who's genuinely rooting for your downfall. Regardless of which side people take, one thing is certain. The spotlight is hotter than ever, and the outcome could shake hip-hop culture for years. The real question now, will Boozie rise from this, or will Charleston White have the last laugh? The answer is coming soon, and the world is watching.